What's up, Soul Tribe? It's your girl Dominique with Empathic Guidance, and I'm back with another video for you guys today. Okay, guys, so today is special because, it's not a special day. Every day is a special day. But what I'm saying is that I'm doing a sit-down vlog for the first time in so long, guys, ever since I created Spiritually Spoken 1111, which I need to post on too. I have not posted any sit-down vlogs on Empathic Guidance, and I really miss it. You guys have no idea. Outside of tarot, speaking is definitely a gift of mine. So I did want to come here today because I know I made a video similar to this maybe a year ago when I was a little earlier in my ascension, like a teenager, a baby, adolescence in my ascension. And now time has passed, and not only have I met others who are on different paths from different walks of life that have different gifts than me and that have realized their gifts in different ways. So I definitely have more insight as to how you can find out what your gifts are, or if you have gifts, or, if this is a sign that I need to, go ahead and unravel what it is that is a God-given gift, okay? So this right here video is 10 signs that you are gifted, okay? And I definitely do feel like all of us are gifted. But of course, many are chosen. Wait, what did they say? Many are called, but few are chosen, okay? So I definitely do feel like everybody has gifts, but I definitely do feel like only a select, elect few are meant to actually share their gift openly with the world and actually use their gifts to actually help people. So if you are on the path, if you are on a spiritual journey and you feel as though, man, I have all of these synchronicities coming at me, and that's one of the things. If I have all of these synchronicities, signs, messages that I don't understand what's going on around me, well, I'm here to tell you today, some of these signs may be signs that you're gifted. So we're going to hop right into number one, which happens to be recollection or remembrance of early childhood memories. So first things first, we're going to start with back in the days when you was young, because you're not a kid anymore, okay? But when you were little, or now that you're an adult, you look back on your childhood and you remember, you have memories from very early on, as young as being an infant or even a newborn. It just depends on how many, how much wisdom has built up in between past lives, because I do feel like with each time we reincarnate, we definitely do get wiser, okay? Because essentially that's the plan. That's the reason why you come back here, because the lessons you learned in the past life, you're not meant to come back and re-invoke those same lessons in the next lifetime. You're meant to come and learn new lessons, master those, and then move on in your ascension until you are essentially go to the afterlife as an ancestor, and you work from the spiritual realm to help people down here in third density. So early childhood memories, and you would know, you would have to strain and think really hard. I definitely have a couple of memories that I remember from early childhood memory. I remember my first summer. And I'm born in February, so my first summer I was probably about 4 or 5 months old, and I don't know how normal it is to remember that, but when I found out that that's one of the signs that you're gifted, I was completely shocked, because I always wondered why I remember things as young as basically an infant. I consider 4 months still an infant. So yes, I do remember sitting on the couch thinking, it's super hot outside. What's going on? Is the world coming to an end? And I feel like a baby shouldn't even have those type of thought process, or that type of thought process that something is wrong. But it just felt abnormal to me because I'm born in the wintertime. In fact, the coldest month in the wintertime. And so for me to be experiencing heat at that level, it was very strange to me. And I definitely remember feeling strange. I also remember what my mother was doing. And she was sitting on the couch right next to me where I was, and she was on the phone watching all my children she flicking her leg like Peggy Bundy, and talking on the phone with her friends. And I'm just thinking to myself, why is this normal to her? I am hot. Like, give me some of that fan. Like, I don't know, but I was just thinking, this is crazy. Like, this what is happening today? It might have been one of those days where it was like the hottest day of the summer because it was literally so hot. And I would never guess that a baby can feel or can acknowledge temperature, but they definitely do. So keep that in mind, guys. Other than that, I remember my first time sipping from a straw and how celebrated I was for that, and thinking that it was so strange because I'm like, why is everybody so excited over something so small? Like, it seems as though I was like a reborn into this world with an adult mind, or a mind that was partially conscious but in a baby's body, so I find movies like Look Who's Talking pretty funny because in a sense I do feel like that's possible. I feel like babies really do possibly have some inner dialogue that's way more recognizable than what we would know, except they can't communicate to us verbally. So all right, so I'm going to move on to the next thing about childhood, and that is most people that are gifted have have a imaginary friend when they're a child. So that's one thing about being gifted, or about having a higher purpose in life. When you come into this world, most of the time your imagination is sky freaking high, and people probably think you're so weird because most of my friends that I know have had an imaginary friend, and we all were very serious about our imaginary friends. Our parents had to make a plate for our imaginary friends. It was just the whole nine. When our parents went to the store and bought coloring books and crayons for our imaginary friend, for us, they had to buy one for our imaginary friend. So I definitely do feel as though that highly aspectical imagination in a child should definitely be honed in on, as opposed to discouraged, because you never know if your child is saying I have imaginary friends, or they're experiencing this or that, or they're having certain type of daydreams that they want to talk to you about. You never know. It really truly could be a premonition, or it really truly could be certain spirits that's surrounding themselves with your child, and your child is taking on to that imaginary friend or spirit as is just a buddy of theirs. Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3 is dreams or daydreams, which I figured I'll jump straight from the imagination to dreams. I daydream a lot, and I know a lot of people that I know that's gifted, they daydream a lot. And it's so crazy because my friends that are actually clairvoyant, which I'm not, they say that they see like premonitions, like daydreams, like it plays out in front of them like a projection on a screen. I do daydream a lot, but again, like I said, I don't feel like I am clairvoyant because I don't see premonitions. I more like hear things, think things, and feel things. So those are the gifts that I identify with, is claircognizance, clairaudience, and clairsentience. But yes, for my friend that's clairsentient, she definitely experiences a lot of dreams, a lot of playouts. And it's so funny because people ask her, is this similar to That So Raven? Which is so funny, people's curiosity about our gifts. But essentially, kind of like, it's like a blast from the past or the present or whatever. But yeah, the premonitions, they play out like on a projector screen in your mind. And it's like you're able to visualize what's going to happen before it happens. Now, I don't have that gift. I do daydream a lot. And when I was younger, in my 20s, I did have a lot of premonitional dreams, but still, even with that being said, I don't to this day, so I don't really consider myself clairvoyant at all. Okay, so that's the way that I would kind of find out something that was going to happen. And I wouldn't say that it happened all the time or that I can control it. It will be more or less like a warning from spirit, like, okay, your boyfriend got somebody else pregnant. And then the very next day, I would be reaching for my phone to call, and I would get a call, and it would be, the guy that I was dealing with at the time telling me, yes, I do have somebody 7 months pregnant, and I had to call and tell you because my mom threatened that if I didn't tell you today, that she was going to tell you because she's tired of lying for me. And so I was completely surprised because I woke up knowing that dream was very real. And I've had several other dreams, particularly to partners, romantic partners, that has come true. Now, of course, I have to make sure that it's just not just a dream. I don't wake up from dreams accusing people, and I wouldn't suggest that anybody does that either. But if you're having a dream and it feels very, very real, I would definitely look into it, or at least start paying closer attention, because you never know, and I would never discount my intuition again. Okay, so aside from the dreams and the daydreams, sometimes when your clear audience is trying to kick in, you will hear loud ringing in the ear. Once you start to hear really loud ringing in the ear or magnified sound, like I can hear, if I'm on the phone with somebody, I can hear birds tweeting in the background. I would think that that person has pet birds, like they have birds in their home, and they would be like, "That is so far away. How are you hearing that? We're on the phone, and you can hear birds up the street." And once your gifts do open, or you have your awakening and your gifts start to activate, you will notice rings in the ear. You will notice an occasional voice, or just like, especially if you get stuck on something, because with me guiding people, if I get stuck on my words or stuck on what to say, I'll definitely get a word or something. But it's not like I'm hearing chatter all the time or something like that in my brain. It's literally just like, letting me know, okay, this is what's going on. Or if I'm stuck on something, this is what you need to say. Or if I'm giving somebody a love reading and their partner listens to a particular song and thinks about them, then a lot of times I'll channel that song. And that's what I do the most, is the ringing in the ear and channeling songs. I know there's other ways of clear audience as well. People use their clear audience to talk to spirit, to talk to, or to communicate with spirit, or communicate with their spirit guides. And I pretty much do the same. Now, another thing that not only you are gifted, but your spirit guides are around you, is you feel tickling all over your skin or chills. And that's when I know that I'm accurate about something that I'm telling somebody, is especially when it's something like good news, like a new child coming or new love getting ready to unfold. I would feel immense chills all over my body, and it's almost like a bunch of little spirit guides are tickling me, like ah! Like everybody just so happy. And so, like, I'll get really giggly, especially when I'm getting good news from somebody's energy or somebody's reading, and it's like they were lost of hope or something like that, and I'm just getting positive cards like Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, Lovers, like all kind of beautiful cards that represent that the love is real and that they don't have anything to worry about. Then from starting with my head and going down, I would start to feel immense chills all over my body, and I just feel like spirit and spirit guides are all around me, and they just hugging me like, "Oh my God, this is such good news." Like it seems like they jumping around like, so it's really cute, it's really fun, and also it's really it's a good feeling to be so like connected to, I don't know, higher vibrational energies, because of course it's not fun being connected to anything or having anything latch on to you that's lower dimensional. So, okay, so headaches and vision changes. I didn't experience a lot of the migraines, but I do know a lot of people that do, and that's definitely a sign that your pineal gland is trying to activate, and so that's what people call third eye opening or awakening. But essentially, you're just becoming more aware of yourself and your surroundings at this time, and maybe if you were already questioning your purpose or questioning you, upon you doing some type of research or upon you diving a little bit deeper into your inner knowledge, that's when you will start to notice, like I said, the pineal gland decalcifying and the third eye opening, essentially. And with that, sometimes people do get headaches. Sometimes people get vision changes, and my vision changed. Like sometimes in my peripheral, I see very aura, like I don't know how to describe it, but have you guys ever looked in one of those telescopes that have a cap on the end and it's meant to show you like rainbow prisms and stuff like that? I see that out of the corner of my eye a lot. Sometimes I may see a shadow out the corner of my eye a lot, but I know essentially, especially if I'm tapped in, that it's just spirit guides. With your spirit guides, and I know this is off topic, I should be making a separate video about this, but you literally have to ask for permission as far as that goes, because you have to ask for permission for your spirit guides to come into your life, because they don't want to scare you. So like I said, if I see a shadow or if I see like an aura out the corner of my eye or my peripheral, then I know that my spirit guides or spirit is just near me, you know? Okay, so what is the next one? Number 7, children and animals are feeling connected to you, feeling heavily connected to you. So, as it pertains to children and animals, hold on. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I keep getting interrupted, but that was the last interruption. Okay, so number 7 is children and animals, or just being in tune with nature, period. But what you will notice is that when you are out and about, whether it's at the store or visiting a friend or just walking up the street in public, is that animals will take to you. If they are in distress or something, just the sound of your voice, and you don't have to raise your voice, just the sound of your voice will calm them. I experienced this a lot, especially with like dogs that are meant to be guard dogs, and you know, they just barking hysterically. I'll literally just say a few words very calmly to them, and it's like it would diffuse everything from them. So you will notice that you have a really calming spirit to people, and not only people, but nature itself. And you know, just like regular dogs and cats and stuff like that, yeah. But also the animals that are prominently in nature, like birds, squirrels, butterflies. I know that's an insect, but still, little things like that will be really, really drawn to you and wanting to actually, you know, get close to you. And you'll notice that, you know, it's animals that don't normally want to get close to people. Like butterflies, they don't really come close to you. But if you're noticing that a lot, or dragonflies wanting to land right next to you, then that's definitely a sign that you're transforming in some way, because dragonflies and butterflies are very transformative insects. Children, I've noticed this a lot with babies, especially that babies will literally gravitate towards me. And the most thing that I get is that their parents are always telling me they're not like this with anybody. They don't like anybody. They don't smile at anybody. Man, they really like you. Like, people are shocked at how much their babies love me, like me, want to be with me, you know, will want to grab, you know, reach for me out of their arms and stuff like that. And, you know, I do feel like it's my aura. Your child or children and babies, like how we'll see them staring off into the distance, smiling. Children are very, they have a radar as it pertains to, you know, angelic people, angelic DNA, people with angelic properties, however you want to name it. But in addition to that, it's like they can just tell in your presence when your aura is calm and nurturing and good. In the same retrospect, if you are a negative person or you got some negative energy attached to you, because not everybody that has negative energy attached is because they're a negative person. Sometimes energies just leech on to us, and in that case, that's what I consider that. Like, okay, well, you know, this person has the potential to be a good person, but maybe, you know, energy just attached themselves. Well, a child can tell that too. Because have you ever seen a calm child be handed to somebody that obviously must not have the best type of energy? They will go from being calm to hysterically crying and bucking and wanting to be out of that person's arms. And it's because they don't like the energy that's attached to that person, whether it's theirs or something external that's attached themselves to that person. Okay, number 8, waking up from 3 to 5 a.m. This is also a sign of awakening, but also they consider this the witching hour, which I just feel like it's just a hour of spiritual call and messages. This is the time where the spiritual realm is most awake and when they most have messages for you. And that's the reason why you will hear and see a lot of intuitive readers say, you know, I couldn't sleep last night, I had to get these downloads out, because spirit will literally wake them up out their sleep at anywhere between 3 and 5 a.m. and convey these messages. So that's another sign. Number 9, people are magnified towards you. People don't know why they're drawn towards you. They just don't. They don't know why they want to tell you all their business. They don't know why they feel comforted by your presence. But again, just like a child, a person has that inner compass that leads them to what they feel to be divine. And they don't know. They don't know you have gifts at all. But they can walk past 20 people that could have answered that question and come straight to you. And that's the type of thing that'll let you know that you are gifted, okay? Last but not least, you are very sensitive to others. If you find that it's very easy for you to feel down or for you to feel happy when people around you are down or happy, then that's definitely because you are clairsentient. A lot of people take on the energy of other people's to the point of even crying sometimes. So it's definitely good to keep that in mind, that if your emotions are all over the place, you very well could be clairsentient, and you may need to do what it is that you have to do in order to protect and empower yourself as it pertains to your energy and how sensitive and susceptible it is to the energy of others. Okay, guys, so that was the 10 signs, and I hope my wonderful, beautiful friend that recommended me to do this video, I hope this was good. I hope you liked it, and I hope everybody else did too. If you haven't already, please join the tribe. Hit that subscribe button, click that bell, give me a big fat thumbs up, and leave your comments and opinions down below, and I'll check you guys out on the next video.